Dun, da, da, da.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Firesidecigars. It's been a little while since we last talked to you. A lot of things have been moving around, a lot of things have been changing, but we're glad to be back in front of the camera for you all tonight. We're all smoking a plethora of different cigars, so we're actually not going to be talking about that tonight, maybe in a roundabout way later. But tonight we got myself, Connor, as well as a special guest. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hey guys, my name's Jesse. Good friends with these guys, known them for a few years.
And the asshole behind
Happy
the camera.
to be here.
There's also an asshole behind the camera, as he just called attention to himself. Chris is filming as usual. So tonight, what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be talking about a Scotch. Now, Jesse brought over the sampler of Glenmorangie, and I probably didn't pronounce that right.
Yeah, I'm really not sure how you pronounce it either.
So if you'd like to...
That damn Gaelic language.
I know.
Yeah,
So I'm going to... Oh, go ahead.
You pronounce it properly by taking a mouthful of Listerine and then trying to say it that way.
So like the Scotch that you smuggled over here in a Listerine bottle.
Well,
You know where he put that in his prison wallet.
That was slightly...
Nature's pocket.
I mean, it tasted great. It just had a slight aroma of, like, wintergreen.
So if you'd like to go into what we're going to be tasting tonight, Jesse.
Go ahead, break that bitch
even
out.
though this is a sampler, unfortunately, two of the bottles in it are little singles. So to make it fair, we're just going to test the, as they're calling it now, the original. It used to be known as the 10-year. I don't know why they rebranded it. It was
My brand.
guess is a sales gimmick.
well, it
Yeah.
makes a special edition seem more exclusive.
True. But this is what they call their Pioneer set. I actually picked this up for like $38, $40.
That's it.
Yeah, it was
$38, $40. What is that?
$38.40.
But basically, what you were paying for, you paid for the large bottle, and they gave you the two littles for
In a fancy box.
in a
And a
fancy
partridge
box.
and a pear tree.
Although really, the box is no different from when you just buy the single bottle.
Yeah.
It just opens from the front. So yeah, what do you say we
Break that
into
bitch
it?
out.
Break it
bro.
open, give it a shot.
So unfortunately, with how they package this, sometimes the bottles don't come out as easily as
That was
they would.
smooth.
Should
Yeah,
make
that
a.
wasn't that bad. I'm gonna
In the
set that
original,
there
if
on
you
the side.
buy just the gift set, they actually give you two nice steel glasses, which I have a bunch of them laying around somewhere at my house.
Steel, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're nice looking. They're stainless with the Glenmorangie emblem, the Celtic knot in them.
Nice.
Celtic knot.
Before we go into the Scotch itself, what are you guys smoking, just so we have something to go into this
A
with?
pairing.
Yeah.
Why don't we start over at you, because I'm kind of
Undecided.
seeding the cork.
I'll come with you and
So,
pick out what you're going to do.
What I'm smoking right now is the Perdomo barrel-aged 12-year vintage in the Connecticut. It's nothing fancy. I had a Perdomo event a few weeks ago at one of our local shops, and I got a metric shitload of Perdomo cigars out of it.
Shitload.
Which is, as Jesse and I were talking about, metric shitload is not technically a standard of measurement. A buttload is.
I'll explain that later. It's kind of funny.
Chokis load?
There's a small story behind that. So,
I am smoking a Liga Privata T52.
that was the Robusto, right?
Mhm.
I
What
believe
the fuck
so.
am I smoking? I don't even know where I put it. Oh, it's right
You
there.
were smoking a La Polina Oscuro. Robusto.
It was a cigar.
Oh, and so I'm not drinking that stuff. Josh wonderfully picked up.
It's the from Victory Brewing, their Dirt
One of the
Wolf
left.
double IPA.
Put that right there.
Chris can't handle the brown, more translucent.
Unless it's going to be a long night of crying and saying stupid things, which is most like nights.
Perfected by the 16 Men of Tame. Yeah, all right.
Is that a porn name?
I have no
Can be.
idea. So really quick, just running through what it says right on the bottle. They give you little hints about what you're possibly going to pick up. Their description is
Hep
the
C?
original has flavors of honeyed sweetness fused with citrus, vanilla, and almonds. So
Very nice. Let's smell it. We need smell-o-vision.
I definitely kind of pick up that almond scent.
I'm getting a little bit of the. I'm almost picking up more of a citrus, kind of like a muted orange.
I can pick up a lot of the almond, but I see what you mean by the citrusy too.
I get more citrus than almond, but
Alright, so do you guys want to pass glasses?
Yeah.
Or do you guys want to each pour yours?
We'll have a fair bartender.
there's a storm coming.
Storm's coming. Yeah, to be there.
There's a person that'll get that joke.
Now, would you consider these traditional Scotch glasses? Or?
No, not at all.
It's what the fuck we had in the cupboard.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright. So, if I had a thought about it, maybe next time I will. I actually have Scotch glasses at home, so...
It'll be fancy. That means you gotta put your pinky up.
The Glencairn.
What a Glencairn is it's actually, this is the most similar on the table to it because it's another type of tulip glass. A Glencairn is a smaller base and a smaller opening, though.
It's the first glass really specifically designed for Scotch.
So, unless anyone has any further ado, we're gonna enjoy the Scotch, smoke these cigars, we'll let you know what we think.
No, we
Fireside
got 4
Cigars
minutes if you
signing
want to
off.
burn. We could burn 4 minutes.
Okay, you want to tell them about the buttload?
Oh, yeah! Well, that's a segue. So, yeah, anyway, I forget how this came up, but basically, a buttload comes from way back early 15 to 1600s, and a butt is actually a barrel of a specific size.
Nice barrel, babe.
I think it's something along like 170 something gallons. Yeah, it was used for shipping wine.
Yeah.
Smuggling that ass.
Which leads me to my next favorite thing.
I was laughing so hard I almost steered the car off the hill.
So there's a slightly more derogatory term for the I don't even know how to put this delicately.
We don't do
and
things
or
delicate here.
scientific. For the butthole.
The bee.
Yes.
That would be the polite way. Yes.
Das
the
anus.
So one of the nicknames is a bung hole.
Yes.
TB from my bunghole.
Also comes from.
Right there.
So fucking appropriate, bro.
Also comes from barrels, actually. The bung hole was the hole on the barrel where they would actually insert the tap to. I know.
So what you're saying is inserting it in the bung is appropriate.
Yeah, you tap the bung hole to get inside the butt.
Yeah.
So now that the audience feels a little less smart,
I brew beer, and every time I'm reading instructions for a recipe, my immature mind is just like...
You said bung.
Insert the bung.
You know, it's really funny when, you realize, like, you have to be, here in the U.S., you have to be 21 to drink alcohol, and you realize, like, the terms they come up with for all of this stuff. You can tell it's a bunch of guys who've been sitting around drinking for a while.
that's usually how most inventions, like the paperclip and beer pong,
Milk.
milk.
Super glue.
Yeah.
Dude, the first guy to eat an egg, just sitting there like, hey, next thing that chicken shits out. Can I have
Thank
the
God for
lighter?
him. Yep.
I'm going to use the fancy
Well, it's
table
like the
lighter.
first person who discovered mushrooms taste good. How did that happen?
Well,
Like,
one guy was
trial and error.
one guy was really full, and the other guy was tripping balls playing with stars.
The other addition after that is mushrooms never taste good.
Yeah, I don't
I
do
agree
mushroom
with you.
nothing.
It's more of a texture thing.
Yeah, it's all rubbery and fucking gross.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
No.
Well, we all agree on that, so...
Yes.
On a side note,
Wait a minute, we just all agreed on something here.
Mushrooms suck.
On a side note, snail soup is quite delicious.
Fucking gross.
So the only thing I
Gotta be
would
a French
actually
thing.
like to add,
Wait, I'm French.
and we kind of forgot
Chinese.
about it. Maybe we can do this when we kind of come back and
Yeah.
revisit. Water, adding water to
Yes.
the scotch.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, adding water to a scotch actually pushes some of the oils inside that give it its flavor up to the surface, so you get a more concentrated flavor.
You'll notice if you take, and this is what I usually do, I'll take if you had a little cap full of water, that's usually all I use. I don't need any more than that. To your scotch, you've ever seen, like on a hot summer day, looking far away, how it distorts the air? You kind of get the same thing with your scotch. The oils melding together with the water.
Well, some of the stuff in here is water soluble. Some of it's not. So that's what's happening. Is the things that aren't are getting pushed up because oils are less dense than water.
You said dense.
And I'm definitely tasting a little bit of almond on the back end of this.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like a...
It's slightly
Isn't that an almond joy joke?
more than a little peaty.
It's
not unbearable,
They're
but
having a
it's
moment.
definitely got that peat burn.
Which I enjoy in the scotch. Some people don't. Some people are squares.
I'm just going to put this out there. The Octomore.
Yes, the Octomore is it's like chewing on a piece of moss if you don't mind paying $50 to $70 for a glass.
About that big, too.
Yeah.
We had a celebration last weekend, and we kind of ordered a glass of it before we realized how expensive it actually was.
Yeah. But it was worth it. It was quite tasty.
They were ordering the Octomore. I'm like, I'm good. I'll stick with some rum here.
Give me some PBR!
Uh,
Bowling joke.
I really wish you hadn't said that about me, Chris. It just makes me feel bad.
That's what makes you feel bad about me?
My PBR.
Nothing but that PBR life.
You made me spill my freaking beer.
Yeah, fucking era.
Extra drink.
Do you want to talk about that piece real quick in front of us?
The
No, this thing right. No, the gun, not my.
Yeah.
That's a short one.
So actually, earlier today, before doing the review, I'm actually going to grab it.
It's unloaded.
Yeah,
Audience.
it's cleared. So if you want to come in closer, I'll move.
Don't
that.
threaten me with a good time.
So
Hold on, let me pan
it's a cap and ball revolver. So for those of you who don't know, these were the first ones came out in the 1830s. This is an 1858 model by Remington, although this is a reproduction. So clearing these is pretty simple. Just check right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna come
Again,
in
this
there.
is where the names of gun parts get to be a little inappropriate. Those are the nipples.
Das nipples, yeah.
You have to you have to hit them a bit to make it go off. That kind of thing.
Hold on, where's my finger?
Yeah, you do.
Can't
little
treat him
thing
too
right-
gently.
Yeah.
You don't want the nipples to go off.
Yeah.
My God, it's my favorite part.
You gotta hit the nipples before the chamber goes.
Are we a
down.
cigar review
You
or a
gotta
porn
squeeze a
channel?
little bit to make them work.
Woo!
Yeah, we found that out today.
Oh, not gonna touch that.
No,
No,
I'm not going to.
So
Don't provide context for that. It's too good.
yeah, all right. So
Leave it as a
anyway,
cliffhanger for the next time.
Yeah, so it's a 44 caliber cap and ball revolver. I was out shooting it earlier today, actually, with Josh.
Joss, yeah.
And I picked this up last weekend. It was the first day out at the range with it, and it's actually a pretty straight shooting gun. I was
Versus
pretty
a not
surprised.
straight shooting gun.
Yeah.
Those are the French revolvers.
It shoots gaily forward. Alright, I'm killing Chris.
I'm good. Thank God for the gimbal.
But yeah, no. If people don't know much about percussion revolvers, in my opinion, I don't know if you guys have any experience with them.
Nada.
The Remingtons are far superior to Colts.
Should we put out there? You know,
Guns
guns.
is gonna put out.
Yes, once in a while.
Yeah.
Guns don't kill people.
People kill people.
People kill people
with
Guns
guns.
don't kill people.
with
I
guns.
Bad people.
I bought a gun and they said it killed people, so I put it on my kitchen table loaded and left it there for 3 months. I tried to return the fucker because it didn't shoot or kill anything. I thought it was defective. The gun didn't do nothing.
Nah, you just got a basic gun.
Yeah, lazy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean,
There's a
you don't
bad
really
joke
have to
there.
worry about that too much with this thing. It takes about 10 minutes to load it.
For them working people.
Yeah, but no, it was a lot of fun to shoot. But yeah, so in my opinion, it's a far, far superior gun to the Colts. Comfortable. Just all around fun.
Bit of trivia for those out there. Remington actually first started by making typewriters.
Word.
And did you know this gun actually almost drove them out of business because the initial sales on it were so horrible?
I did not.
However, the Colt factory burned down in the early 1860s, So the U.S. Army was unable to get Colt revolvers for a while, so they actually ordered a bunch of these, and it saved that business.
And now it's about to go out of business again. Thanks, Governor Malloy.
That's what I think of him.
Well, Colt's a company, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I mean, 1911s are a fun gun to shoot, but in my opinion, overpriced.
Yes. There's better of that.
Not
Just
a
pissed
good
off
carry
so
style
many
weapon.
people.
Yeah, I know.
Well, if you buy a rock island, they're reasonably priced.
They're like $100 less. I actually, local gun shop, Hoffman's in Newington. Great place.
CT. That's where I got one of mine.
Yeah, they have really good prices. If you're in Connecticut looking to buy a gun, check them out.
The guns for the good guys.
The expertise of the staff there is
Yeah.
also incredible.
Yeah, pretty much every single one of them has shot some variation of every gun that's in the store. And I looked because they had Rock Island right next to the Colt, and their Rock Islands were about $8.99, and the actual
That's-
Colt were $9.99.
That's unusual because my father picked his up for $3.50, somewhere
Where's
around
my
there.
beer?
It might also be supply and demand.
I think it depends on the model because they have a basic government model.
Yeah.
And they have the Rock Island Tacticals, which are a bit more expensive.
Or you
but-
could buy a Wilson Combat for $3,000. and
Fuck
have it
that.
jammed
Troy
on
Other,
and
baby.
And, well, anyway, really, I'm just going to plug Kaufman a little more here. We had a house fire a number of years ago, and it was a fireproof safe, but we wanted to be on the safe side. We had everything sent to Hoffman's for a quick looking over. They returned my Mossberg shotgun back to me with a slicker action than when it came out of the factory.
They use boob lube.
Yeah, I mean, again, they have a bunch of really cool programs. They have an indoor range too.
I've shot there.
And
Bunch.
they have this awesome program. If you're ever if you are looking for a pistol, they do a 10 for 10 deal. They give you 10 rounds for $10, and you get to try out any gun you want. Doesn't matter the caliber, model, anything like that. If they have it in stock, you can try it. And I don't know. I find that to be kind of invaluable.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
go to Cabela's, or for those of you.
That's how I got my XDS, because I was able to try a couple different subcompacts to pick out what I wanted.
Or go to Cabela's if you have a Bass Pro.
Overpriced.
Brownells, something like that. They don't have any kind of program like that. But one thing I will say is looking at Hoffman and looking at Cabela's, check your prices at both places, because there's some stuff that Hoffman's had for about 100 more than Cabela's did. The HK VP9 is a great example.
Nice.
They had Hoffman had just the pistol for $700. Cabela's had the same pistol and a Serpa holster with 2 extra magazines for $620. And it was the same gun, same configuration, everything.
And with that, it's a good thing we're not monetized because YouTube would have told us to shut the hell up by now.
Yeah,
True.
they still will.
We're just kind of promoting local business, I guess.
I just got the cutoff for time, so what we're going to do is we're going to drink the scotch, smoke these cigars. I'm going to probably keep swiping on Tinder, which is what I've been doing. See you guys in a few, probably in about an hour or so.
A little drunker and a little more
He's browsing
smoked.
Tinder.
Kesha?
What's your pie hole?
I know Connor loves pie hole. That was the night that we invented Connor Crunk,
That
wasn't
stuff
it?
is so good.
No, that was
No,
the
that
night with the bullet bourbon.
I drank way too much
Oh,
bullet
that's what it
bourbon.
was, yeah. So, welcome back to Fireside Cigars. We've each had a little bit of the whiskey.
Let me grab my
We're
cigar.
back on camera.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Um,
last man to the party.
Whoops!
So, what do you guys think of the the Glenmorangie?
Bless you.
Well, I'm not sure what the finished meringue is, but
The
I thought it was very similar to how it smelled, which is unusual for a scotch.
Yeah, normally there's some kind of almost hidden flavor there.
But I mean the peat, I guess.
If it
was
smells
the
like fish.
flavor.
Actually, you know what we're gonna try quick. We did get some water, so I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
attempt this.
Should I come in on that?
That's entirely up to you.
Leave me the
Stealing my whiskey, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a bastard.
It would have been funny if he came in pirate attire. That'll be a fun video.
No, that would be wrong.
I'll have to wear my kilt one of these days.
You sit behind the counter, so I ain't got to see your
You need to
huevos.
kill.
Fucking dress.
That's true, we're drinking the right thing.
Like,
I got some Scottish in me. Ahoy hoy.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna do a cheers for Fireside? Been a while.
Alright.
This video ain't getting done until I get my damn laptop back, though.
cheers.
I don't have alcohol. I got my cigar.
Clink.
Hey.
You know what? That mellowed it out.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was definitely better before the water,
Yeah.
which is surprising because a lot of scotches it helps.
It does. It's cut down on the peatiness in this quite a bit.
I think that's what it is because I'm not tasting, you know, that Scotch flavor.
Scotch.
But you do get a bit more of the maltiness out of it.
A little
with the
more
water.
smokiness too. Yeah,
Yes.
you can taste it more.
If someone was to buy that, what kind of price range are you talking?
This setup exactly as it is, I paid about $38.
That's not too bad. American dollars.
Yeah, U.S.
U.S.
Not my
dollars.
beloved pound sterling.
Pounds sterling. It's roughly $34 in Spanish silver.
A little stroppity.
So
That's what 38,000 yen.
I know, that counter would know that.
Well, that would be Japanese yen. Yes.
Yeah.
Roughly. I mean, their economy it swings more.
Well, I think
Swing
Japanese
is-
1,000 yen is about $1.
No, it's 100.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right.
That's the average calculation.
So it'd be 3,800.
let him go. Do we want to talk about pairing with what you're smoking versus drinking?
Sure, I'll go into that. So, this cigar I almost think was a little bit too light for this scotch, although the fact that it isn't a very heavy scotch definitely helped a little bit. I think, as far as the next cigar that and I drank the scotch many times, I think I'd probably actually prefer a sun-grown tobacco rather than a Connecticut.
What were you
It's
smoking
a
again?
little bit different flavor profile. I'm smoking the Promo 12-year vintage in the Connecticut wrapper, Connecticut shade.
Bang.
So it definitely paired well. And as for the scotch itself, I agree with Connor. It was very similar to how the nose of it was. It's a very light-bodied scotch. There is a little bit of a peat, but there's nothing that's gonna knock you on your ass. So that's why
if you're looking to move from, like, I have a friend who all he drinks is Irish whiskey, and I wanted to get him into scotches. And
Right.
This was actually the first scotch I had him try, and it really opened up that door. And
it's a good introductory scotch.
yeah, he just had another Lefroy.
Yep.
Bless you.
That's a heavy malt or a heavy peat scotch, and he just tried it and he loved it. A year ago, it would have killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's why I ain't touching that shit.
Isla Scotch is not something. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly either.
Isla.
Yeah, you're right.
Isla Scotch is something that's definitely towards the end of people who are used to and enjoy Scotch.
Well, we've pissed off the 1911 crowd, so Islay.
So what are you smoking, Connor?
I'm smoking a bit of Esoterica and Soda Bed. If you've never tried Esoterica before and you like English tobacco, you are missing out. It's some of the best English tobacco I think available on the market, and
Yeah, they have a lot of different blends too.
they have a lot of blend. They have something for everybody.
How did it go with the drink?
The smokiness of this pipe tobacco is almost too much for the Scotch. It would pair better with more of a Highland or Isla Scotch. You wouldn't want a spray side or a lowland Scotch.
The spray side. Is that related to the space side?
One out of two ain't too bad.
What about you, buddy?
Yeah, what was I smoking?
He chewed that fucker down.
Yeah, I smoked it for a good while. It was a,
What the fuck time is it?
I don't know.
It was a Jamie Garcia.
Yeah, the Jaime Garcia Reserva Especial.
I'll have to help me. Ooh, nice time. Wait, put that phone up. Put that phone up. Put the phone up. Gotta have some tiny whoop shit in there. Look at that. Mommy Facebooking. Nice.
It was a good cigar. Paired well with the scotch.
Help me with the links for the type of cigars and stuff, so if people are interested in what we're smoking, we can
Yeah.
lead them in that direction.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's plenty of places you can find them.
Oh yeah. All these cigars are regular, and
The Jaime Garcia, the whole My Father line of cigars.
The Faja?
is super affordable and, in my opinion, very underpriced.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They're excellent cigars. I'm actually going to recant what you said, or contradict what you said about the Esoterica.
That's not so commonly available.
It's available certain times of the year. The company that makes it, they do a big global release pretty much once a year, and you got to jump on it or it's freaking gone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I have 2 pounds of the tobacco.
For the new people, for the new people that are joining in, where can they find us on Facebook?
We have a Facebook page, Fireside Cigars.
Probably on Facebook.
Should we? Does anybody Instagram where they could do a?
If you follow my private Instagram, I'll post stuff occasionally. The Cigar Guy, I believe it's the Cigar Guy 1. Look for the fat guy with the in the Instagram picture. You'll see me. It's a public profile.
What about you, Connor? Anybody? Can they find you?
I prefer they not.
What about you?
No.
This coming from a guy that doesn't Facebook, so I'm just.
Yeah, right. No, I mean I'm on the Book of Face. It's
Just
on
The book
Facebook.
of faces.
It's just another way of
the
connecting.
old
So
Book of Face.
nobody wants to look at my face. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
I
behind the
just-
camera.
I don't know. Mixing business and pleasure is not my.
You said pleasure.
But yeah, no,
What's
the,
your
the Scotch is definitely a fantastic one, especially for people who are new to Scotches, because it's not going to break the bank like many others.
Yeah, and even for people who are experienced, I would say as a summer Scotch.
Oh,
it's a
absolutely.
good choice.
Yeah, summer sketch.
It's a nice, refreshing Scotch.
Well, definitely.
I think it's heresy, but I guess it would go okay if you dropped a couple of ice cubes or something.
Yeah.
I think it would mellow
I'll
out a bit
allow
too
it.
much for me.
I'll allow it.
And I think
As a summer drink, if you're a Scotch fan.
definitely for the people watching and stuff, any recommendations if people want us to try a cigar, scotch, or a beer to go with, certain cigars, if you recommend a pairing, to throw us a shout.
I would just say, post
Throw it in the
comments.
comments or PM probably me, since I know it's readily available, or either these two guys or Chris on the YouTube channels. It'll be heard by us.
Oh yeah, and we'll definitely try some
Yep.
different stuff.
I mean, God forbid we have an excuse to try more alcohol.
Any ideas of what we want to get into as we get back into our
the
season?
wheels are turning for me right now with a few things that I'd like to feature. I know I have a list on one of my phones about stuff that I want to feature. And as we go through the motion, we are always adding new stuff to the list, taking stuff off because we realize, oh wait, we have done that. But yeah, like I said, it's an ever-growing list. It's always alive. So whatever you guys want to see, throw us a shout, and we'll be happy to feature it.
Football season's coming up, so we're gonna mess with that and talk some shit about football and add a little of that.
I
And
wonder if the Dick Code is going to come back.
Yeah, actually, they might be doing another Dick Cup for football. That'd be interesting.
Bears.
the Bears.
But yeah, so
Football's a coming.
stick around for the football season. We'll be doing cookouts every day that the Cowboys lose.
I'm gonna kick everybody's ass with that shit. The Cowboys fans in this house.
Possibly doing a premiere on budget whiskeys and budget cigars, so if you really want to try to do what we're doing but are a little light up for cash, there's...
If you have highbrow taste with a college student budget.
We also got to bring up the hookah, because now that we've found the
we
hookah,
bounced around the idea in the past of featuring hookah videos as well. If that's something you guys would like to see, let us know. We'll be glad to involve it.
Pipe tobaccos would be fantastic.
Yep, we've done a few pipe tobacco videos over the
We
course
definitely
of
gotta
this
get back
show, and
into
I'd like
that.
to do more of them, because that's a niche thing that people definitely would love to hear about.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions,
I'm
you guys
good,
have
so.
anything else? Yeah.
you'll see his mug more.
If you guys have anything else to add, otherwise, hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you all forgive our brief hiatus. We'll definitely be doing this more regularly again. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful night. Again, this is Josh
Jesse.
and Chris behind the camera. Good night, y'all. time for us to leave her. So, and I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny.